Well, hello, good afternoon, everyone. At this moment, I am recording this video with the purpose of fulfilling my task, and which consists to answer a series of questions given me by my teacher Osmin Sura. I would like to answer with my point of view, and I hope that you excuse my mistakes, my problem with my grammar, my problem with my fluency. But I hope that to the next time, to the next opportunity, I will do it better because I would like to improve my language. Well, the first question that I need to answer is what is the importance of teaching speaking in our public institution? Well, at this moment, I would like to answer the first question that, as you already know, that is what is important of teaching speaking in our public institution. Well, I consider that it's very important to teach students in public high school to speak English because in this way students can be competent to have conversation, have more knowledge about mastering the language. We know that it's necessary to know English in these times because everything is changing and one day English will become one of the most spoken language. We know that to get a job in all companies, our requirement is to speak English, but for many, for many things affects them to be able to get a job because they don't know they don't have that skill because in high school there was never an interest of the part of the teacher, so that students learned to develop this skill, which is very important, and I consider that students need to improve this skill because always in a public house, the only that always teacher is to write on the board and the blackboard, excuse me, giving pamphlets to a student and do not explain well on the topics. For that is that there is a lot of difficult for students so that they can handle and speak English. Also, the students need to be motivated by the teacher. I consider that it's more effective to learn and to be dialogued and say in transcript something that we don't know what it means. But if we make a dialogue, the student will have a curiosity to know what is saying, and he will investigate the meaning of each word. In this way, he or she will learn vocabulary and he will learn more English. Well, the second question is how are the oral communication skill approached in public institutions in our country? Mention the first discussed in the PPT. The first that I would like to mention right now is conversational discourse. I consider that almost no one of the teachers apply this skill in public high school because their focus is not that students speak English. The teacher only do it to get all the commitment and only left tasks to read or write paragraph or something like that. However, a student will never learn to improve their abilities. There is never a practice where they can practice their English. The second one is accuracy and fluency. Uh, I consider these two factors to be very important and necessary excellent for applying them. But it's aptitude that the teacher do not put into practice others of the tool to teach the student. If they focus on teaching them to speak using current grammar, intonation, articulation, I consider that when these students arrive at the university, will have previous knowledge and very well informed about these two tools. Effective factor in public should there are motivation on the part of the teacher so that a student can learn to speak English. If they left homework or activities where the student practice the ability to speak or dialogue, it will be an excellent strategy because the student will worry about learning a dialogue in English to say it, and this way they will acquire vocabulary because they will look for the meaning of a word and that they know or what the dialogue is about. The interaction effects. There is no interaction with the students. In public high schools, has an explaining privilege. Many times, teachers always only fill the board with letters, and that is all they do. That, that well, there are no building learning for students. And the third question is mention the factors proposed by Brown that affects our the students most in public institutions in our country. Support your answer. Excuse me. And the first one that I consider that is reduced force, contraction. What I consider that is a effect, because in my case, contraction is very. I have many problems with that one. At the time that I'm reading something and I look at contraction, and I think I don't know which is the meaning of the word, but when I investigate the word, it's very easy. But there are many students that probably they have the same problem like me because probably we know the meaning of the construction, but excuse me. I mean, I would like to answer very well. Uh, at the time that I look at contraction, I don't know what is the meaning, but when I investigate the contraction, I I I enter me that I can the meaning of the word, but uh, in contraction I don't know. For that reason, maybe there are many students that they cannot to understand very well, but the teacher can to can to learn or can to teach. Excuse me. To a student to know about the contraction, it's so important that the teacher explain that. For question of time, I will just I speak for one thing because I don't have enough time. Well, the first question and the last one: which the type of classroom speaking performance do you like the most? Why? According to your experience, current they are applied or a public institution? Why or why not? Well, as you already know, to the last question is that one. And I consider that oral important, but personally I like to use imitate because the students learn by doing like this when they don't know how to pronounce a words or the vocabulary given in the class. But with the help to teacher, they can repeat the word and knowing the correct pronunciation. That way, the class is very effective, very dynamic, and the students feel environment through with the teacher. For I don't know, I don't have enough time. Just I mentioned one, but I have two, but I don't know enough time. Um, well, this is my presentation. Thank you for your attention, blessing, and I hope that you excuse my mistake. Big mistake. But I would like to improve my language in the next opportunity. I will do it better. Thank you.